Have you ever stopped to think about rope? It hangs in garages, ties boats to docks, helps climbers reach mountain peaks, and even holds giant ships in place. It seems like one of the simplest things ever made. But here's something surprising. Without rope, many of the greatest achievements in human history might never have happened. People couldn't have built huge pyramids, crossed dangerous rivers, sailed across oceans, or lifted massive stones into the air. Even today, construction workers, rescue teams, astronauts, and sailors all depend on rope every single day. So how did something so ordinary become one of the most useful inventions ever created? The story begins thousands of years before factories, machines, or even written language. Let's travel back to the beginning and discover how rope evolved from twisted plant fibers into the incredibly strong synthetic ropes we use today. Imagine living over 20,000 years ago. There were no stores, no tools made of steel, and certainly no ropes hanging on hooks. Early humans survived by using whatever nature provided. They hunted animals, gathered fruits, built simple shelters, and constantly searched for ways to make life a little easier. One problem kept appearing again and again. How do you tie things together? A hunter needed to attach a sharp stone to a wooden stick. A family wanted to bundle firewood. Someone needed to carry food without dropping it. Without something to tie objects together, almost every task became harder. At first, people probably used long grasses, vines, strips of bark, or flexible roots. These worked, but only for a short time. They broke easily. They dried out. They snapped under heavy weight. Then, someone made an incredible discovery. Instead of using one single plant fiber, what if several fibers were twisted together? The result was amazing. The fibers gripped each other tightly, becoming much stronger than they were alone. This simple twisting technique created the world's first rope. Nobody knows exactly who invented it. Like fire or the wheel, it was likely discovered by different people in different places. But once humans understood the idea, rope quickly became one of the most valuable tools they had ever created. As time passed, people became better at making rope. They experimented with different materials: tree bark, plant stems, animal hair, leather strips, even the tough fibers inside certain leaves. Some plants proved much stronger than others. People learned that long fibers made stronger ropes, while careful twisting prevented them from coming apart. Soon, rope wasn't just helping with daily chores. It was changing entire civilizations. Farmers used rope to guide animals and pull heavy loads. Builders used it to lift stones that no person could carry alone. Fishermen created nets by tying countless pieces of rope together. Without rope, catching enough fish to feed large communities would have been nearly impossible. As ancient civilizations grew, so did the importance of rope. The Egyptians became masters of rope making. Using fibers from plants like papyrus and palm, they produced ropes of many different sizes. Some were thin enough for everyday work. Others were thick enough to help move enormous stone blocks used to build monuments that still stand today. While historians still debate exactly how the pyramids were constructed, there is little doubt that strong ropes played an important role in lifting, pulling, and controlling heavy materials. Across the world, other civilizations were making their own improvements. In China, craftsmen developed better twisting methods and stronger rope-making techniques. In India and Southeast Asia, coconut fibers became popular because they resisted water much better than many other natural materials. These ropes were perfect for boats. As ships became larger, rope became even more important. Imagine trying to sail across the ocean without rope. It would be impossible. Every sail needed ropes. Every anchor depended on ropes. Cargo had to be tied down. Masts had to stay upright. One broken rope during a storm could destroy an entire ship. Because of this, sailors became experts at tying knots. Some knots were designed to hold forever. Others could be untied in seconds, even after carrying enormous weight. Many of these ancient knots are still used today by sailors, climbers, and rescue workers. As trade expanded across the seas, the demand for better rope exploded. New materials like hemp became extremely popular. Hemp fibers were long, flexible, and incredibly durable. For hundreds of years, hemp rope became one of the world's most trusted materials. Huge sailing ships carried thousands of meters of hemp rope. Entire industries were built around growing plants and making rope. Then came the Industrial Revolution. Machines began replacing hand twisting. Instead of spending days making rope by hand, factories could produce long, consistent ropes much faster than ever before. Quality improved. Production increased. Rope became cheaper and more available to everyone. But natural rope still had problems. Rain caused it to rot. Sunlight weakened it over time. Mold, insects, and moisture slowly destroyed the fibers. Engineers wanted something better, something stronger, something that could survive almost any environment. The answer arrived in the 20th century. Scientists began creating completely new materials. Instead of using plants, they made fibers from chemicals. One of the first major breakthroughs was nylon. When nylon rope appeared, people were amazed. It was lighter than many natural ropes. It stretched without breaking. It resisted water. It lasted much longer. Soon after came polyester, then polypropylene. Later came advanced materials like Kevlar and ultra-high molecular weight polyethylene. The names may sound complicated, but the goal was simple: build stronger rope. Today, some synthetic ropes are so strong that a rope no thicker than your finger can hold the weight of a car. Modern climbing ropes are carefully engineered to stretch just enough to protect climbers during a fall. Rescue teams trust them with people's lives. Construction workers use them to lift heavy equipment high above the ground. Deep under the ocean, massive synthetic ropes help secure oil platforms against powerful waves. The evolution of rope hasn't stopped. Researchers continue searching for ways to make ropes lighter, tougher, and more environmentally friendly. It's how one simple idea has remained almost unchanged for thousands of years. Whether it's made from twisted grass or high-tech synthetic fibers, every rope follows the same basic principle. Many small fibers become much stronger when they work together. It's a lesson that goes beyond engineering. Sometimes, strength doesn't come from one powerful piece. It comes from many small pieces connected as one, from the first hunter twisting plant fibers with his hands, to ancient builders raising massive stones, to sailors crossing unknown oceans, to mountain climbers hanging above deep valleys, to astronauts relying on advanced braided materials. The story of rope is really the story of human progress. It helped us build. It helped us explore. It helped us survive. And even after thousands of years, it continues to hold the world together, quite literally. The next time you pick up a simple piece of rope, remember that you're holding one of humanity's oldest and most important inventions. Because behind those twisted strands lies a story that stretches across thousands of years, connecting the ancient world to the modern one fiber at a time.